And a very good afternoon to everybody. Good afternoon if you're with us in the time zone of Southeast Asia. Good morning to you, mind you, depending on when you open this. But good morning to you if you are UK facing. First of all, I would particularly like to offer my sincere thanks to the Talent Hub team, together with the BritCham Academy, that put on the first of their 4-part series around the Gen Z Conundrum series. This one acquiring, developing and retaining the best Gen Z talent. It was my privilege to open the event. I couldn't stay on the call, but the feedback has been absolutely tremendous, and I'd like to thank VJ for that. So, webinar number 2 in that series is now coming to you on Wednesday the 11th of September. That's at 1:30, and this one is looking at mastering the maze, dynamic L&D strategies for developing and retaining Gen Zs. I would like to remind everybody this is a 4-part series. You need to have attended the 3 webinars in order to be invited to attend the final workshop, which is going to be face-to-face at the end of October. So please book. To also let people know that we have a very, very distinguished visitor to Indonesia this week. It is the Catholic Pope, and because of that, the Smart Sustainable Cities event, in collaboration with our Technology and Digitalization Hub, Smart and Sustainable Buildings, is being rescheduled. 90,000 people, I hear, are headed for GBK, and I'm sure that nobody wants to be going against the flow of that particular tide. So that event has now been rescheduled to Thursday the 12th of September, still at the JLL offices. It's 3:30 p.m. JLL are at the Indonesian Stock Exchange building. There will be a further Smart Sustainable Cities Hub event on urban resilience, paving the way to Indonesia Emas 2045 in sustainable city development, and that is on Wednesday the 25th of September at the WTC3 Conference Hall. Please scroll down, get the QR codes, get your bookings in volumes for these events. Demand is growing, and we have limited places available. I have just been seeing out the 50th anniversary of the British Schools Year, BSJ, over in Bintaro, being shown around at some of the new developments. A fantastic sports facility that's going up there and will be finished at the beginning of next year. David Butcher, the principal, has been my guest on the second podcast in the series, The 5 Things You Need to Know, offered by myself and BritCham, and we will be publishing that later this week. But to let you know that the BSJ Fair on September the 8th is back in full swing, expecting a footfall of around about 3,000 on Sunday the 8th. I would like to thank the advocacy group for having pulled together 18 or so members that have been discussing issues that represent challenges to doing business here in Indonesia. They seem to be issues around import, around tariffs, around halal, and also relating to healthcare as well. The team is pleased to be supporting our members in their efforts in relation to trying to get the powers that be to think very, very carefully about the impacts of bringing in new policy. With that, for me. I would like to say goodbye on a little bit of a sad note. I think for those people who've been around Indonesia for a long time, as I have, will probably know a gentleman by the name of Ken Allen. You might know him from his days 30 years ago of KPMG, then moved on to Deloitte and has since been involved in the natural resources coal mining segment, most recently with Borneo. Ken, very, very active in just about every sport that can be played, in particularly affiliated and known alongside the Bintangs for Australian rules, and also ISKI in terms of hockey, as well as the cricketing groups. Sadly, Ken passed away in Australia, having had a battle with an illness over the last 12 or 15 months, an illness to which he succumbed, but managed to get home in time to wish his mum a happy 90th birthday. He is succeeded by Risha and his daughter Charlotte, and passed away in the loving care of his sisters and other family members. Rest in peace, Ken. You'll be missed.